And welcome to a full demo of Freshsales. Freshsales is a CRM platform created by Freshworks. They have a very successful customer support platform called Freshdesk. So basically what Freshsales does is it gives you a 360-degree view of all your leads. You can track your leads on your website, track specific events. You can have this mobile app on the go. You can make phone calls from this application, emails from this application. Your accounts, your deals, your sales, everything can be tracked all in one interface. So it's really good to streamline the sales process this way, especially for a managerial view as well. You can look down and see how all your sales agents are doing and associates that way just by one simple view. We're going to show you guys today how to do that. So again, once you log in, this is a pretty simple interface here. Let's go ahead today and start by creating a new lead. We're going to go ahead and press new here. Go to lead. It's pretty simple here. So what you're going to see as well, what's going to start to happen is this platform actually crawls the web space to find information about the specific leads. You're not spending too much time. For me, I come from a pretty relatively sales background, and where I like to see the person that I'm speaking with. Obviously, a lot of us are working on the phone, and the digital world. But I like to see who I'm speaking with a lot of the time. So what this application does for you, it crawls the web for their Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And pulls their application up that way and their account. So you can actually see that. I'm going to show you now here as I do this. Just type in the information. So let's say Cloud Choice is the company name or the account that you want to associate with. We're from Cloud Choice. You're going to see once I type in the email, so the email that this individual uses, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn, again, it's going to pull that up for us now. So watch as I just enter this in. Lead status. Okay, this is a custom field. This is something great about Freshsales. They allow you to do custom fields for something that's very specific to you. Because obviously, we all come from a very sales process. We all have our own sales process, so it's tough to start something new. But with Freshsales, they really allow you to integrate your ways, your methods, so that it fits the best. So I always like to know if my leads, how they are doing. So I let's say that this one is a warm lead. So I can always sort my leads like that to know which ones are hot and which ones aren't. So again, once I type in this information, you're going to see Andrew's profile popped up. His Facebook, his Twitter, and his LinkedIn, which is great here to see that, right? So again, now that he's a lead, let's say I'm going to go ahead and make a call. So we can call him right from the system here. So we're going to make the call directly from the system, which is great. And every single phone call is actually recorded as well. So that's pretty cool to see, especially if you're managing a lot of leads, right? You want to always be able to go back and remember the conversation. Each specific touch point is so important in the sales process. So I always like to put notes too after the call. So let's say, spoke to Andrew, very interested. We're going to set up a meeting, okay? Save. Now my notes. So every single email, every single touch point I've had with Andrew is already saved in the system here, which is great. So that's a phone call example. Let's say I'm going to send an email to Andrew. We can do that as well. We have built-in templates as well. So let's say after the call, I'm going to go ahead and say, yep. So what's great here is you can see that it already recognized that Andrew's name, first name, and it puts it in for me. So I really have to do nothing. I can go ahead and press send. And there we go. So every single touch point I have is here. So you don't have to worry about, losing the conversation you had previously or a month before. You can always populate the lead and see every single conversation all in one place. So which is great. So now that Andrew is serious and ready to go, let's go ahead and convert him to a deal. So there's 4 pillars in Freshsales. There's lead, contacts, accounts, and deals. So which is great here. One other thing I want to touch on is the ability for Freshsales to track your emails. What I mean by that is, let's say I sent an email to Andrew. I want to make sure that he opened it. I have my notifications turned on where if Andrew were to open the email, I would get a notification that lets me know that he opened it, or he clicked on a link, or you can set specific things up that you want to see. So that's something that's great I want to mention as well. Again, so let's continue moving forward here. Now that Andrew is serious, we're going to go ahead and convert him to a deal. So this is the account. We're going to call it Cloud Choice as the full account. He's the person I'm dealing with, and we're going to convert him to a deal. So it goes from lead to contact, from contact to deal. Just make sure everything's associated with the account just to streamline the process. Let's say that he's interested in actually getting Freshsales. So we'll just call the account name Freshsales. What's cool too, Freshsales just released a new feature where you can have multiple pipelines. Pipeline, I'm going to show you now what I mean by that. So let's say you have multiple different products. You don't want to see everything on one single page as far as sales goes. You might want to have different pages to see each specific product and what's going on for that month. So that's great that Freshsales has that ability to do so. Expected close date. This is great too to see. Again, if someone, let's say you were to go on vacation and someone were to step in, that's what I always say. Can someone step in on this account and be comfortable with knowing what's going on if you were not to be there? So that's what's great. I mean, someone can, again, see every single touch point you've had, the expected close date, and just take over for you from there. Okay, so now that that's done, we're going to go over to the deals section and see what's going on here. So again, I have a default pipeline, but this is the one I just created now. So with Freshsales here, you can see that with Andrew, one related contact, his information pops up. Again, I can call him from this screen. You'd have multiple contacts associated with an account, so it's no problem. What's great here is it's just a drag and drop. So let's say I make the call to Andrew. We get off the phone. Okay, he's going to come in. Drag and drop. So once that's done, another key feature here too is tasks and appointments. So now that Andrew is coming in on the Monday, I can always remind myself to, let's say, bring a specific document with me. Call it document. A little tasks and reminders for yourself, which is great. I just love that feature. I use it all the time, especially for follow-ups, or if I left a voicemail, I might remind myself to call back the next day. And what's great here is the appointments, your calendars. So Andrew's going to come in for Freshsales. Going to come in on Monday. Right. Okay. Go ahead and press save there. So now if I go to my calendars, my tasks, I can see that I have a meeting with Andrew tomorrow. So you can see all this, you can do all this stuff, and as well as your tasks. I mean, I schedule tasks quite a bit, especially for following up with leads. You just want to make sure that you're on top of your game that way. So that's essentially it. There is a lot more as far as the sales process, but I just wanted to make a streamlined, easy, comfortable view for people to see how easy it is to track your leads and your sales. Again, this is a very key feature here that you can just drag and drop each lead to see where you are in the negotiation stage. I mean, you can have your manager look down and see what's going on for the month, how much we got coming in. You can see this is a big account here. And let's say we won that, and you can win that. Let's say the deal didn't go through, and your manager might want to know why. So what's going to happen is automatically we have something pop up and say, why did you lose this deal? And you can put in the information here so that your manager or the superior knows what's going on in the back end. Something else here too I want to touch on is the reports. Obviously, sales, we need to see our reports, the contacts, the leads. It's very simple. You can create your own custom reports. Obviously, you want to be able to see that, and it's not very default. So there is some default ones that come with it that are pretty advanced, but you can always make your own. Absolutely no problem with that. So that's basically everything. If you guys have any questions, feel free to send us an email at CloudChoice. So it's support@cloudchoice.ca. Or you can reach us on our phone at 905-684-1485. I'd love to give you guys a further demo, or if you have any questions about a CRM or a customer support application, feel free to contact us and we will get in touch that way. Thanks again for listening, and I hope to hear back from you guys soon. Bye-bye.